What's going on, Jabronis? And welcome to our AFC preview edition of Jabroni Sports.
Yay! Hooray! Hooray!
Boys, we did it.
We've struggled for a while to get where we are right now.
We can't not discuss what we just went through to start the show here. All right. So
it was really tough to get me in, but I actually.
How's it going?
What's going on, buddy?
It's going well. I'm tired though, guys. I'm probably gonna be slumped over for a while.
You don't really seem to have like your normal zip.
No, I'm pretty dead inside. And I'm also practicing. I'm trying to be a ventriloquist.
Oh, okay. Well, you're doing. I mean, honestly, you're doing a pretty good job. I would have to say at this point. So.
Got to give a shout out to Trey Montuano, who's in the chat. He said, "What's up, fellas?" So,
hey,
Trey,
what's going on, Trey?
All right, and we
look how excited I am to see you.
We may want to clarify for the viewers, not just the listeners.
We have viewers.
No, we don't.
Yeah, the viewers that he's not actually sitting in this seat, and it's superimposed on the video. You didn't notice already.
It's not Zach. It's a picture of Zach. We got you.
It's
we got
actually,
you guys so good.
It's actually a hologram. We really sprung for the big bucks. I don't think we spent it their best way. But we now have a hologram of just me.
It was that or better microphones, and we went with the hologram.
Dude, it's pretty cool.
The hologram's way cooler. It's hard to argue.
Shit.
But, geez, take it easy over there, buddy.
Can you not? No, go sit
the
fuck down.
Get out of here. You're not the producer,
yeah.
All right, but yeah.
Sorry, I got to make sure levels are actually working, and I got to make sure that I'm actually being imposed on the super screen.
Super screen.
All right, so the podcast is going to start right now. That was
no. What AJ already introduced us.
We are live, baby.
Introduce us again.
We are running. Hold on, there's no way. Yeah, that's in the show for sure.
Yeah,
I'm your host at AJ Firstenau. That's AJ FUERSTENAU. Joined tonight, as always, by my main man.
It's your boy Gonzo. You can catch me on Walmart Secret Shopper. It's a little program they're running. It's like in demo phases, but you get to like see the specials before they come out. It's pretty cool. So check me out on there. See what I'm shopping.
Okay. And over here, my Bengals brother
at GBabyLaFleur. Catch me on Twitter. Don't follow me anywhere else. I don't want to talk to you.
I don't want to see you anywhere else right now. I'm like, you don't need to. Nope. I'm good. We made it, boys. We got.
That was probably the roughest start.
The chair. We've never had a show prep this paint. We had a mirror at one point involved. There was a mirror balancing on a chair.
Yeah.
So just so you guys know, the things that we go through to make this show happen, you need to appreciate it. That's all. So with that said,
by the way, Trey, this is a Corey Dillon jersey.
Corey Dillon. So with that being said, let's get into our our preview. Sorry. Of the AFC.
Where's the camera? Can I wave so I can show up?
Oh, don't do that. You're breaking kayfabe. Come on. You're shattering the fourth wall.
You're supposed to be over here.
All right.
I know, but your brother got scared.
Oh, I get it. So, yeah. No, we didn't kidnap Gonzo. He's like here. He's like right here.
I'm safe. Don't worry about me.
He's actually right over there, but you just can't see him right now. Johnny, I hate to do this.
Yes.
Also, I'd be remiss. Today is going. We've been touting this as an NFL preview. It's going to be an AFC preview. We, at one point or another this week, thought we had 3 different people lined up as guests. It's a holiday weekend, and due to unforeseen circumstances, we've swung and missed. We went 0 for 3. And because we're golden sombreroing the guest spot this week, we're going to break this into 2 parts and do an NFC preview next week. So we will also be going live for that one as well. So make sure to catch us on that.
Hopefully we can actually get Zach in the shot.
We have a week to work on it.
And
so
not
I think,
a picture of him.
Yep. The picture, but we have a floor. We've established a floor, and that's important.
I just don't think there's a way. We'd have to have like one of those NFL cameras that hangs above.
It needs to be on a zip line.
It's a zip line for when people are talking.
Yeah, it's okay.
Our first attempt was putting it on his head like a GoPro.
But that's still really hard to see me.
It looked like the Blair Witch Project for a podcast.
I'm sorry. I'm not that good at recording film. I'm not a cameraman, so...
You didn't go to film school?
I did not.
Okay.
I dropped out.
That's all.
I went like one semester, and I was like, this isn't for me. I need to be in front of the camera like I am now.
I need to be out there
Yeah.
showing my still face to the world.
Thank God you closed it on the TV.
I
could not take any much more of it. I would have died laughing.
I
had to.
funny.
It was so delayed, and it was fucking with me.
Yeah, no, that was absolutely outlandish.
I still got it on my phone though.
Beautiful.
I'll bring it up on my phone so I can follow.
So you can look at yourself.
I just want to look at my frozen still body.
I like it. Hey, all right, boom, I'll take it. It's an in.
All right.
Speaking of frozen still bodies,
Ted Williams?
we're going to start off with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh.
We're going to start in the AFC
They're
North.
already dead.
Hey, hooday! Right?
Hooday.
We're gonna be good.
We are not.
Oh.
No. All right. So I haven't really talked about the Bengals much at all this offseason, despite having a new coach.
Oh, man.
I intentionally didn't talk about him because it makes me sad.
Should I leave the room?
Just hold on. Follow us on a journey here.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just paint if I made the picture. Okay. So after 15 years of having Marvin Lewis coach the team to like mediocre or
Those years
below
flew by,
their talent
didn't they?
play, no, they sure didn't. We finally got Marvin out, so it felt like it was going to be a win for sure. The problem is, we have a new coach. It's a quarterback coach from the Rams. Okay, it's maybe, I'm not too keen on taking the whole like just hire people that knew Sean McVay thing is weird and it's going to flame out. There's going to be a ton of like duds on that coaching tree. I'm going to say that now.
God damn it, Johnny. Oh, a beer to everyone listening.
Hey, go everyone a cold one. Okay, but as a Bengals fan, you finally get him out. You bring in the new young coach. It seems like a refresh, but then you realize Andy Dalton's still your quarterback.
So, his coaching past is he was the assistant to the butler who lived next door.
That's not
to Sean McVay, right?
He was the Rams quarterbacks coach. Okay.
Hey, that's better than having a head coach that was the offensive coordinator of a shit team.
What about a fired college coach?
Well, always take those.
Like the Cardinals did.
I think
He's a hunk, though.
anybody who knew Sean McVay in any way got a head coaching job.
Yep, pretty much. And I think there's going to be a lot of examples of that not being a great hire. But the problem is also, for the Bengals, realistically at this point, to do a true rebuild, you need a new franchise quarterback. Like, Andy Dalton's has taken you as far as Andy Dalton's going to take you, and I think things only get worse from this point on.
You never know. Maybe Andy Dalton sticks it out, still be a mediocre quarterback for a while. I mean, you can get old as a quarterback and still be effective.
I think that the Bengals more likely than not draft a quarterback in the first round this next draft or the year after.
I think they'll take a shot, but I mean, if you got to stick with Andy,
yeah,
you got to stick with Andy.
And
Andy
Dalton.
Andy Dalton.
The only problem with that is that to get one of those franchise quarterbacks, you have to be really, really bad, and it would be discouraging if a new coach implementing a new system was really, really bad.
Or would it be encouraging?
How could it be encouraging?
He knows how to lose. That's
That's
half the battle.
We're very familiar with coaches that know how to lose.
No, but he might, show glimpses, and then all of a sudden you're like playing your third string quarterback, and you're like, well, okay, I guess. If you said AJ Green, like that also helps, even if you're a good coach. Losing your best offensive weapon, probably not going to be as good.
I suppose he already sort of has some ready-made excuses for those areas built into the season.
Exactly.
Which is helpful for a first-year coach. If they sort of
they drafted that one guy, right? He's good.
What's that?
The quarterback.
Oh, Ryan Finley?
Yeah.
I mean, Ryan Finley had a nice preseason, but I don't think he's the starter in waiting or anything.
Ryan Finley.
I'm hearing different.
No. Who told you that?
Pappy.
Well, that's because
can we get him on the line?
Yeah.
I can see if I can reach out to Pappy. Let me make a few calls here.
No, don't do that. It's fine.
But
all right, I won't call Pappy.
I guess the worst part of being a Bengals fan right now is that I don't even know what I want from this upcoming season.
This is just it's like we're not young and developing. We're not really old. We're not that old.
We're not very good.
We're not good.
We're so
and
not
you're in the
good.
NFL where trades don't happen that often.
Yep.
So
our roster just isn't that talented.
And we don't know anything about our coach.
We have no idea how we look.
Hey, if you get a good quarterback, though, all that changes.
Maybe. I don't know if he's a bad coach, like I don't want our next franchise quarterback having a bad coach teaching. Like that's very Bengals.
You got to trust he's a good head coach.
Yeah, I guess
you don't have any other choice.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have any other choice, but we can complain about it.
We sure can.
Actually, we're not even complaining. We're just being confused.
Yeah, we're just concerned. That's
concerned
all.
and confused.
Signed, concerned Bengals fans.
I'll probably watch the first 1 or 2 games.
You didn't even watch the White Sox at all this year.
Yeah,
the White Sox.
Football's different. Come on, that's not.
The White Sox got 162 games, and I don't like baseball. So why would I watch 162 Sox games?
Why wouldn't you watch one though?
Yeah, whatever. Apples to oranges.
I don't like baseball.
A Bengals game, there's only
easier to get on though.
There's only 16 Bengals games though. Like it's more of an event still.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm still gonna watch the first couple Bengals games.
For sure.
If we start doing good, then keep watching them. Okay. If it looks like shit, I'm done. I'll watch the Packers or Bears.
Let's talk about that real quick. I know that we're gonna spend a lot of time on the Bengals, but sorry guys, 2 of the 3 hosts are Bengals fans, so that's gonna go.
Not me. I'm sitting this one out.
The Bengals' start to the season is brutal. Like week 1, they're at Seattle, and then within the first several, they have they're at Pittsburgh, at Baltimore. Like I guess they're home against Arizona, which is winnable, but it's a tough.
Sounds like a battle right there, Arizona versus Cincinnati.
I'll be there for that one. Yep, they're at the Rams this year. Like I don't know, even if our schedule is really really easy. I think we'd probably be like a 7-9 team.
Even if we played the bottom 4 teams every single game, we'd still
we'd
probably
be 8-8.
I don't even think that. I think we'd still be 7-9, 6-10.
But given that slate of games and the fact that the Browns are probably going to be improved this year, everyone in your division is pretty tangibly better than you. Mm-hmm. So that's 6 games. Maybe you go 2-4 in your division. That feels about right? I mean.
You can beat the Browns,
and then we'll win. We'll beat the Ravens randomly.
Here's my goal for this year: just beat the Steelers, just one time.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Just one. Can we beat the Steelers?
I don't think so.
Can we just sit every single game except for that Steelers game, be fully rested, come into play, beat the Steelers, then give up the rest of the season?
I think we have the Steelers on Monday night again this year too, which means
why would they do that to us?
Someone's going to die.
Why would national TV do that to the Cincinnati Bengals?
That's football, baby.
Monday, it's the game in Pittsburgh, but yeah, Monday, September 30th, the Monday Night Football game is Bengals Steelers.
Are you ready for some football?
Do people not understand that Monday night Bengals Steelers? It's like primetime Bengals Steelers games. People get hurt for real. People get fucked up and are never the same. Stop doing this.
And plus, the Steelers are going to win 30-7.
Yeah.
And then
it's going to be super chippy.
Every time the Bengals are nationally broadcast, they look like thugs or they look like shit.
Or both.
Or both. Or sometimes they look like, they almost had that one.
No, rarely that. Not very often, that one. Some of those playoff games, I guess, it looked like maybe for a little bit or a lot of bit. But yeah, I mean, given their schedule, I think this is like a 4-12, I guess, probably. Team.
Yeah, 4-12.
I got a harder time mustering, but I don't think it's going to get them the number 1 pick. I think they're going to get the 4th pick.
Yeah,
I agree with 4-12 actually.
Yeah,
they're going to be 4th worst team in the league.
And so they're not going to get one of the top quarterbacks. They're going to miss out. They're going to draft an offensive lineman who's going to get hurt in the preseason.
Yeah.
And it's going to be rinse and repeat. That's our first round pick this year is already on IR. Come on, man. We're not that talented to begin with. We got to be unlucky in injuries too. I'm just saying, being a Bengals fan is the worst. We get no breaks. Nobody cares about us. The refs hate us.
For those of you who don't know, since we've been alive, I think you as well.
Mm-hmm.
The Bengals have not won a single playoff game.
Correct. That is correct. Yeah.
Yes, not one. So for all you Packer fans who have been complaining,
it's been such a rough last couple seasons.
Go fuck off.
Hey,
fuck off.
We got hold on.
Super Bowl in twice in our lifetime.
We got to win another one before Rodgers is gone.
Why? He got one. Who cares? If the quarterback gets
we didn't even win a playoff game since we've been on the earth.
You haven't
not seen a playoff game victory.
30.
I'm
30 years old, bro.
You haven't had a quarterback as good as Rodgers.
Well, no, but
that's why you can't complain.
So we got to take advantage. When you got a quarterback that good, you got to take advantage. Get as many as you can, because we might be the Bengals for the next 50 years.
I mean, it's possible.
You got to get them when you can, man. You got to root for it. You guys shouldn't be rooting for Super Bowls. You know it ain't happening.
Look how long it took for the Browns. But, I mean, you get Baker Mayfield, and all of a sudden...
And all of a sudden...
I'm saying, of course, you could root for it. Just stop complaining about it.
Yeah.
Nope.
You don't know what pain is.
You don't know.
I'm a Cubs fan. I know what pain is.
You don't even understand. You can't begin to understand Bengals fandom. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. I swear to God. All right, I'm done. I think I put in a good effort.
Who's your biggest celebrity fan?
Oh, God.
Celebrity fan. Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Is there some random, famous person from Kentucky?
Yeah, there might be. I can't think of a single, celebrity they show at Bengals games ever. I go to Bengals games every year, and there's not anyone they show on the Jumbotron who's of note. It's former Bengals are the people that they show on the... That's it. It's...
I'm sorry.
They're not a sexy team, man. It's basically Kentucky's team.
Yeah, it is Kentucky's team. For those of you who just don't know, think it's just
didn't know?
South Ohio fans, all of Kentucky are Bengals fans. So it's basically Kentucky's team.
Yep, they're Bengals and Steelers fans. That's all it is in Kentucky. Which, I mean, that's a lot of that area.
Yeah.
Which is why those games are bloodbaths. Turns out, our in-state rival, the Cleveland Browns, are one of the most talked about teams this offseason. Understandably so. Mm-hmm. When you acquire a player of Odell Beckham Jr.'s caliber, that tends to happen. Mm-hmm.
And Baker Mayfield.
Oh, yeah, no, Baker Mayfield.
They didn't acquire him, though. They had him last year.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, he got probably get better.
He had the best, yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, you hope so, for sure.
I hope so.
It was an extremely encouraging rookie campaign, though. And then they went and they did the most luxury signing ever and got Kareem Hunt. So he just
kind of fucked them for that, but
yeah, for sure. But I get it. It's the NFL, man. I knew Kareem Hunt was going to play again. There was never a doubt. Not to get on social justice, but when it was over for Ray Rice, it was kind of over anyways.
Yeah.
When Ray Rice the hotel video came out, he was on the periphery of being good. So it was easy. Kareem Hunt, 24, has had great seasons every year he's been in the league. You knew he was gonna get another shot. It's the NFL sucks that way.
Yeah,
and it's one of the many things that's conflicting about being an NFL fan. And like I said, we are primarily a basketball podcast, so I don't feel out of our depth not taking shots, but there's valid criticisms to be had of the NFL. There's plenty of them. So
yeah, absolutely, and
a lot more than most leagues.
Yeah, exactly.
Besides soccer,
I'm more conflicted. Soccer, I don't know.
Depending on the league. FIFA's pretty damn corrupt.
Oh, corruption-wise, yes. Yeah. But in terms of, how conflicted I am as a fan, consuming the product, I know too much about football to an extent now when I watch it. I'm not able to look at big hits in the same scope. The meatball brain of mine is yeah. But then, the rational brain's that's a concussion.
That guy just took 5 years off his life.
Yeah, he, killed himself later. I just, we know too much for me to just be a caveman about it now, and that kind of saps a little bit of the joy from football. That's no one's fault. I'm not complaining. It is what it is. But for me, that's a reality. That's a reality of the game.
It's football's fault.
Football. They know what they're getting into, and if they don't,
I think
we've seen players
they do.
back out.
I don't think people fully do. Maybe it's becoming more prevalent, but I don't think
nowadays. I think it's pretty sure.
You should.
I don't know, man.
You should know what you're getting into.
I think a lot of it's... I mean, some of these kids are starting so young. You don't, No one can explain brain injuries, and you're 8 years old and you understand
Well, somebody can tell them, if you keep playing this game, you're probably going to be fucked later in your life.
Well, I know, but, as an 8-year-old, you probably don't understand the concept of later in life.
But
you're just having fun.
Parents are making those decisions, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of it's going to come down to parents.
8-year-olds going in the NFL.
No, but there's 8-year-olds playing Pee-wee football that gives you the same brain injuries that the NFL does, and probably worse.
Yeah,
because your brain's at an earlier point in your life.
I was talking about NFL only.
Oh, all right. Well, I was just talking about... I thought we were going into the deeper conversation of the NFL slowing down. And
hopefully one day America will be good at soccer.
Yeah.
Then the NFL doesn't need to matter as much.
Exactly.
That's the ultimate goal.
If we get all these,
the tipping point.
Yeah, if we can get all these athletes from the NFL just playing soccer instead, we might be okay.
Who would be? I asked somebody at work, and I think I've asked you before, but who do you think is the best American athlete would be the best American athlete at soccer.
I think it'd be lots of basketball players more than
But
football
like, is there
players.
anyone off the top of your head that comes to mind?
Like if they just played soccer now, or if they grew up playing soccer,
whole life.
Russell Westbrook,
That was who I was thinking of.
That's a great one.
Yeah,
Odell Beckham Jr. I think would be a good soccer player if he grew up doing it.
LeBron be a good keeper.
LeBron could play keeper and be pretty good.
Yeah,
LeBron would be an absolute beast.
Yeah, he would. Or you can have like Anthony Davis playing keeper.
Yeah.
Nobody's fucking
he'd be
scoring.
hurt too much.
You don't get hurt as a keeper. I mean, you can.
You
But,
gotta say it happens.
If anyone were to do it,
oh man, Anthony Davis playing goalie. I don't know why
about,
China does
Chris
just.
Paul in his prime.
Chris Paul would be probably pretty good midfielder.
Yeah,
He would just be a controlling. He'd be like a number 10.
Yeah.
Like the game would flow through him. He'd be very much like he is as a point guard. Sometimes he'd kind of slow it down. Things are getting a little too hectic. He'd get a spell of possession, calm things down, take the sting out of it a little bit,
Pass it back.
and
Just
then
start passing it
flopping.
back for a bit.
Lots of flopping. by
Oh,
Chris
so
Paul.
much flopping.
Chris Paul would be an aggressive flopper, but he'd be dirty. He'd be like Diego Costa. He'd be dirty as shit. Like Chris Paul would be filthy.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, that would be.
So I know what I'm doing later in FIFA.
Putting Chris Paul into FIFA.
Yeah,
all right, cool. I like it.
Tyson Chandler is going to be my goalie.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. I like it.
He's blocking
So,
everything.
the Cleveland Browns.
Back to the topic at hand.
Cleveland
here.
Browns. We're not even going to get through one
Division.
division.
I know.
Who cares?
What do
Not
you-
football fans.
I guess. This is the main question around the Browns this season. Are the Browns a playoff team?
Yes, 100%.
Wow.
I actually don't think so.
I don't either.
Okay. Well, I think they win the division.
I don't. I still don't. I don't. I think the Ravens win the division.
I think the Ravens and Steelers are both better than the Browns.
I think Big Ben's gonna look a little worse without AB. I like Juju, but I don't know if Juju's enough. People are giving a lot of praise to Vance McDonald, and they don't realize that Vance McDonald had like 3 games last year where he was good, and for the most part, it was just kind of whatever, he was. So
Well, I think for the Steelers as well, like the Steelers need James Washington to be really good now.
yeah,
Like
they need him to be a breakout star.
Like last year, it was kind of like a redshirt season for him. That's over. Like he has to be someone has to be their number 2.
Yeah.
Because if Juju doesn't have anyone else drawing attention away from him, it's gonna be a really tough year for the Steelers.
Yep.
Like,
And I think that's an underrated story going into the season for the Steelers. And I like what the Browns have done. I like their moves. Like they did a couple of things on defense that maybe they get better. They're probably still not great, but I think that their offense can just carry them. Like you have legit 2 really good running backs. You have for sure number 1 wide receiver, like top 3 wide receiver in the league. I think is fair.
absolute for OBJ.
And then if Jarvis Landry's your number 2, like that's decent in my opinion. That's pretty above average for sure. And then
I think that Jarvis could have a really good year.
I do too.
With now that he's not the number 1.
Yep.
I think he gets to go back to like a traditional slot role.
Yep.
And he can. I think he can have a really good season in terms of like a lot of catches, like a Jarvis Landry season.
Yeah.
Basically, a lot of catches, a lot of first downs on like 3rd and 6. Those type of plays. I think he's going to be huge for them over the middle of the season.
Yep. I mean, I just think they have and then they got Njoku.
Yep.
And then I'm a big fan of Hollywood Higgins, but that's just me.
That's personal.
I think overall across the board, like if you add up the amount of all the players, I think the Steelers got a better team than the Browns. The Browns got better, they got playmakers.
Yep.
And their offense is only dependent on how good that offensive line is. Like it'll be able to score with those stars on the team. But if their offensive line is shit, I mean, their offense isn't going to be good enough to carry that defense, which we don't even know if it's that good.
I think Baker is going to be better than Big Ben is what I'm saying. And I think quarterback play is very dependent upon you winning and losing in the NFL.
For sure.
But you can't throw the ball if you're getting sacked every time.
Yeah, I was going to say the Steelers usually have a really good offensive line. And that's a backbone to a lot of teams' success.
Mm-hmm.
Colts right now have a really good offensive line. Dallas always has a good offensive line. There's teams that do it very well, and then there's teams that like the Bengals that can like never get even like 3 good guys at a time. It seems like there's so many. When you it's everywhere though, because when you look around the league, there's so many undrafted free agent guards and centers, and like the offensive line is just such a crapshoot. Like, even when you draft guys at the top of the draft, there can be guys that look dominant as like blindside protectors in college, and they get to the league and they can't block anyone. You know, it seems like a really hard division to scout, and Pittsburgh has done it well for a long time. So,
and it's really tough. You got to have a good offensive line coach, and you have to have all of your offensive linemen on the same page mentally, or else it's not going to work. You can have like 5 best at their position, but if they don't know how to block with each other, there's going to be people running through the gaps and all this kind of stuff. So camaraderie between your offensive linemen is very important as well.
You got to buy those big fellas steak dinners.
Exactly. You got to
Rolex
buy
watches.
dinners.
Yeah, exactly. Amen, brother.
So what I'm saying is that I do believe that the Steelers' offensive line is better than the Browns, and I believe the Steelers' defense overall is better than the Browns, and that's why I think the Steelers are going to be better than the Browns.
How come it's been a binary conversation, fellas? How come we haven't discussed the Baltimore Ravens?
Because I think the Baltimore Ravens are a lot more to unravel. I feel like a lot of their season is dependent upon what Lamar Jackson can do, and how well other teams pick up the read option, and if it works, if it's Gus Johnson, if it's
Baltimore.
I forgot the other guy.
Baltimore is for sure the team. Like, the phrase that comes to mind for me is wide range of outcomes.
Boom or bust.
Yeah, Baltimore has the largest potential window of records that I would believe. Like, Baltimore, I could see being anywhere from like 7-9 to like 13-3 if everything like clicked just right, and Lamar was an improved passer, and Mark Ingram added like another dimension to their run game, and one of the rookie wideouts pops. Like, there, you can paint me a picture, but more likely than not, I think that the Ravens are probably a 9-7, 10-6 team.
Yeah.
I think they'll be on the fringe of playoff contention. However, I think that will be good enough to win this division. I don't think that this is a great division top to bottom. I think that these teams, relative to the rest of the AFC, are starting to kind of fall behind. And I think we're saying, like, the Steelers for sure are. It's hard to make an argument that the Steelers are going to be a better team than last year. And the Steelers didn't really feel like contenders last year.
No.
So.
No, they really didn't.
And so, I mean, that team has gotten appreciably worse. It's just, I have a hard time, but like, I guess somebody's got to beat. But this is a division that beats each other up too. Mm-hmm. And when you have a division where everybody splits a lot of their games, it's hard to have a great record come out of that division as well. So that's why, like I said, I don't think there is a great team in this division.
No. I think, but there's good teams in this division.
I would say that
there's good teams.
Oh, all right, the duct tape is gone.
Man, the duct tape rolled out of the room.
That's okay.
It did not like that comment.
No, it was like, I'm out of here. Enough.
Yeah, I think I would put the Steelers and Ravens both at 10-6.
Okay.
I'd put the Browns at 8-8, and the Bengals down there at 4-12.
Okay.
I think, like you said, these are good teams, but I don't think they're contenders.
I don't think there's even like. I'd be surprised if anyone from here was even in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I would be a little bit surprised by that.
Nope, not me.
No, you think
Browns.
The Browns are going to the AFC title game? That's spicy.
Yep.
Wow.
You heard it here first.
Okay, I like it. That's our first hot take.
He has the hottest takes always.
The Browns
Put that on our YouTube video.
The hottest takes.
No, Browns are making the AFC Championship game. Here's why.
Oh, okay.
10 reasons.
I like it. All right, boys. So let's
recap our division. So Johnny just said his records.
I just looked down at the stream with your photo
with
superimposed on the chair again.
No,
why'd you do that?
All right, so I'll go next. You go. You after that.
Yeah, fine.
Let's
rattle them off.
I got the Browns going 10-6. I got the Ravens going 8-8. I got the Steelers also at 8-8. I have the... Who else am I forgetting? Bengals at 4-12.
Okay.
Those are very...
And that's all of them, right?
Yep.
I did it. Yes.
All right.
That's pretty good. I think you're overrating the Browns a little bit, but yeah.
Here we go.
Right.
I'm going to say Baltimore 9-7, Cleveland 8-8, Pittsburgh 7-9, and Cincinnati 4-12.
4-12.
4-12.
I guess my hottest take is I got 7-9 for the Steelers coming up this year.
That is a pretty hot take.
That's a pretty. I mean, a 7-win season for the Steelers would be a pretty big deal. Mike Tomlin might get fired if my prediction comes true.
No, Mike Tomlin won't get fired.
You don't think so?
No.
All right.
No. I don't think he's on a hot seat, is he?
I think he would be after a 7-9 season.
Nah.
Really? I'd be all right.
I kind of want the Steelers to be a little bit better. As much I fucking hate the Steelers more than anything.
But you want them to be good.
I want them to make the playoffs, so it makes the division look good. And
someone's going to make the playoffs from the division.
Gotta make the division look good.
That's how the division works.
All right, you know what?
This isn't basketball.
Yeah.
All right, you know what?
Johnny got excited at the thought of no team from the AFC North
Making
making the
playoffs?
playoffs. That'd be pretty cool.
I honestly would prefer that. Fuck it. I don't give a shit about
Yeah,
the
I
division
don't
looking
give
good.
a you do play. No,
Yeah,
because
you
you
play
play
your
the division so much more.
No, I don't root for the Ravens in the playoffs.
Oh, I don't do that. That's
No.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny said he wanted to make the division look tough.
Think about this: the better the Steelers are, remember that one game we're going to beat them. The more devastating it will be when they lose to the Bengals.
You have that as one of our. Can I put that down as your hot take?
Yeah.
One of the Bengals' 4 wins will be against the Steelers.
How the Bengals beat the Steelers this season. That's the YouTube clickbait.
Do not mark that down. I'm just saying
man,
that's
come
what
on!
I'm saying. That's what I'm hoping for.
Johnny
the Bengals
gives lukewarm
season.
takes.
Yeah, you gotta stand by your hot take.
No,
Come on.
I will not put that
Boo.
out there.
All right, we're moving on.
No support for yourself.
Yeah, get out of here. Don't waste our time with your lukewarm take. I'm sorry, that was harsh. All
No,
right.
that's true. We're all
It's
giving
not
hot-
even lukewarm.
I said,
it's just a normal take.
said
I
Browns,
said
AFC
Browns-
title. I said Steelers going 7-9.
and Johnny's like, "Well, Bengals might beat the Steelers
Steelers
once."
Write it down. That's my take.
Wow, that's probably even money in Vegas. What a wild thing to bet on.
You're
Okay.
a mad lad, Johnny.
So
I
let's head down south, boys. What do you say?
No,
we're going south of the Mason-Dixon.
Oh, okay. Oh, jeez.
Things have been kind of interesting down here in this division. I don't know if you've paid attention, but
I have not.
The Jacksonville Jaguars have a new quarterback.
They still suck. Next.
Gone is Blake Bortles. Insert Big Dick Nick, pun intended. And yeah, the Jags look pretty much set to go 5-11 again, boys. I don't know about you,
Yeah,
but
that seems a little high. I think Blake Bortles is better.
oh no, I don't. Come
Yeah,
on,
old Blakey.
You think Blake Bortles is better than Nick Foles?
I think Blake's highs are higher.
I think Nick Foles' highs were pretty good. Won him a fucking Super Bowl.
Nah, that's overrated.
Like he was great for a 3-game stretch in
Yeah,
the playoffs.
but he was only great on one continent.
That's God.
Blake
The
Bortles
London
is
game?
good on
Okay,
two
all right,
two continents.
I'm done with you. All right, you're
I don't
trolling
understand that reference.
because Blake Bortles kills it in London games.
Oh,
Blake
For
Bortles
some
is,
reason, he's awesome.
Blake
in
Bortles is
London.
notorious for playing extremely well in London games.
wow.
He
what
just
a claim to fame.
he just likes the gruel over there.
Well, sometimes it's not even passing. He'll be like 12 for
Yeah.
36,
They're
but
probably
he'll run
wearing-
for 2 touchdowns.
They're probably wearing mad Blake Bortles jerseys over in England.
Blake.
I remember though his last one, like when it was like over, they went over and they got pasted by the Ravens. It was like 35-0. That was Alex Collins' breakout game because he was killing it in garbage time for Baltimore.
That was rough.
Yeah, that was whoo. Good times.
I feel bad.
But
London must be like, geez, this sport sucks. Why do they keep trying to push it on us? Blake Bortles the best they got? Jeez.
I think, like, is the London thing ever going to happen?
No, absolutely not.
They don't really want like a real team, do they? Like, I don't.
That's ridiculous.
Does anyone have interest in that over there?
No.
I can't imagine that's true.
That's just it's so
It's
ridiculous.
a
having
scheduling
team.
nightmare.
Yeah, it's a scheduling nightmare. It's so ridiculous having a team across the Atlantic Ocean. Like
Yeah.
it's imagine if you're a LA team and you have to play an England team.
The only way to do it is based on. I've heard this, and it's pretty much true. The only way to make it work is if they played like half their season in London and the other half on the road.
Yeah.
And they split it up that way. And then every time you played the London team, your bye week was the next week. And then for them, their bye week would be when they switched from playing in London to the States. They'd have their bye week in between there.
It'd be a weird living situation.
It'd be a super weird scheduling. Could you imagine starting off in like weeks 1 through 8, you're on the road? Like, you could come home 2-6 and it's over. Like, your
or if a
season's
team
done.
has to go to London for like an important game and they're not even interested in the game because they're so far out of it, but they're gonna still have to like play a potential playoff team, like
go like fly 6 hours to get your brains beat in, basically.
yeah, and then like maybe they squeak by or something and they got to play the next week
in the playoffs. Yeah, them as a playoff team is an absolute scheduling disaster. There's nothing you can do to make it okay. Because then you have to like have them moving week in and week out, and it's
Absolutely ridiculous idea.
yeah, it can't work. Okay,
Why don't we conquer places that already like football, like Canada?
Yeah, but I'm glad we've established the logistics of a London team make no sense.
No sense.
So we can stop. We will never. We don't have to entertain that conversation anymore on this
All right,
show.
let's solve the DH, boys.
That's another episode. Okay,
all right.
There's
Teasers.
a lot of summer to go. We're gonna have to kill a lot of episodes. Come on.
No, football's starting. We got plenty.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, but Jacksonville, yeah, same thing. Like, I think Doug Marrone's a pretty good coach. I don't think that he sucks or anything, but like,
Nick
there's
Foles.
not much to work with again. And the wide receiver group is uninspiring.
Leonard Fournette's. Is he hurt? I don't know.
And he's not very effective, and he faces stacked boxes because they don't have much of a passing game. Like, they're not. It's just not a great. I mean, Jalen Ramsey's awesome, one of the best corners in the league.
Yeah.
Talks wild shit, and he's entertaining, but there's not much else. Like, I don't. Like I said, 5-11 is about where I got Jacksonville.
I'll give them a good old 6-10.
6-10.
You know what? 7-9.
Wow.
7-9 for the Jags.
Wins. Okay, 7 wins for these Jacksonville Jags.
I have.
Just
They
so
were
you know,
good. They were
this
good
is-
2 years ago.
This is the AFC South, so somebody should really pick them to win it, because that's probably because last year I said something about how like the Colts could make the playoffs. So like if Andrew Luck just played the whole year, and then Andrew Luck played the whole year, and they made the playoffs, and now he's retired. Which brings us to our next team.
Oh, hold on. I got to say my vote. I'm going to say they finish 5-11.
Okay, another 5-11.
Yeah.
2 5-11s and a 7-9. Okay,
I'll go. Oh wait, I'll change it. I'll say 6 and
6-10.
6-10, just to be in the middle.
Split the difference.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Make it interesting for that Vegas bet.
So, moving on. Yeah, as we were discussing, the Indianapolis Colts here pretty much had their entire season thrown into a blender about 8 days before the start of the regular season, as Andrew Luck announced his retirement at the age of 29. Like, Indianapolis isn't. I don't think they're as screwed as people think they are.
I agree. I still think they could be an 800.
I think they can make the playoffs.
Or not 800. 8-8 team.
I think they can make the playoffs, if I'm being honest.
Dude, do you think they could be an 800 team?
Yeah, that
Wow.
means you think they're going to go like 14-2? Like, wow.
I think they're going to start rocky just because it's transitioning and everything. But like once they get in the groove, I think they can be tough. And I think late in the season they could be tough.
I actually think they're going to start off with like 2 or 3 wins, like as an emotional thing. Like, yeah, we don't need Andrew Luck, and everybody's going to think, wow, these Colts team is actually really good. They don't need Luck.
They're really rallying behind Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, it's going to be like inspirational games for them, and then they're kind of going to teeter off.
And
I think that's my plan.
I can see that. Because they're still a darn good team. They still have a lot of
Darn
talent.
good.
Like, their offensive line is really, really good. This team was built to win a title this year, like in every other way. The Colts' this was their window. So like it's a championship team that
Was it though? I don't know.
Are you serious?
I think the Colts were overrated.
But
Why?
But undoubtedly they were going for it, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, they're going for
the
it.
roster that they had was a win now team. So people that are like, oh, they're gonna like tank, like that doesn't. I don't think they're gonna be bad enough to like.
No, they're still going to try to win it. They're not going to tank it.
This is a team that won 10, 11 games last year. Like, I don't think they're gonna magically become like some 6-10 team or something because they lost Andrew Luck. Jacoby Brissett's been the guy all off season. He's been getting all the first team reps anyways. It's not like Andrew Luck was practicing or playing, taking anything away that way. But yeah, I like I said, I'm gonna say 9-7 for the Colts.
I'm gonna say 11-5.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow! Certified hot.
7-9.
All right.
7-9.
What makes you say 11-5?
I just think they're gonna be good. I think things are gonna flip a little bit, and like I said, I think they're gonna start off slow, but I think once they get in a rhythm, like they were a good team last year. Like Jacoby Brissett, I mean, he's not Andrew Luck, but he's not like Joe Budgekaloob out there. It's just not. He can make things happen. He can. I don't know. I just think they'll have a good shot. Nothing much about the team has changed, and they're still like got some guys that can do some growing. And I don't know. That's just what my gut is telling me.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, offensively, I think all the pieces are there. If Brissett has a good, if Brissett plays well, he will have a good season. He needs to be good enough, basically. Their defense, I'm still not super fond of. I don't love it. So that's why I'm more in the 9-7, 8-8 range with them. But I'm still more bullish on the Colts, however, than I am the Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee Titans, I got them at 4-12. I think, Marcus Mariota is going to be Marcus Mariota again. And then who'd they get? Who's their new quarterback?
Ryan Tannehill. I wouldn't say. I guess he's new to them.
All right. You guys think both of them get hurt this year? Because I'm going to say yes. Because I need to know who their third string quarterback is.
Well, because, if two of the most injury-prone quarterbacks you could think of would
like
Mariota and Ryan Tannehill. Neither one of those guys ever play a full season. And, is Sam Bradford their third stringer?
Oh, God, I hope not.
What are you doing? So, yeah, it seems like the Titans, surely you know an injury is coming at some point. You have to,
a couple.
Yeah, I just...
They don't have any, Derrick Henry is interesting, and that's about it.
They're not very dynamic. Their quarterback is not... He really hasn't developed, basically. Marcus Mariota is just as good as he was his rookie year.
Yeah.
For better or worse, he's the same guy. It's kind of like Andy Dalton syndrome, where they're decent early, but that's it. It doesn't. There is no leap to greatness. That's just. I think this is Marcus Mariota, and I think for better or worse, this is the Tennessee Titans.
Marcus Mariota, I don't even think would be that good if he could stay healthy and get in a rhythm.
It's hard to say for me with stuff like that, because especially when injury starts to accumulate, I don't know the effect that it has on guys. It's so hard to be if healthy, da-da-da. I don't know. I have no idea what Marcus Mariota's career is like if he doesn't break his leg and his collarbone and his shoulder and his elbow. He's for a young guy, he's had a ton of injuries as well.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But at this point, I think it's pretty apparent that he's not a franchise quarterback.
No, absolutely not.
What do you think, Johnny? Would you make him a
Nope,
centerpiece of your team still?
Nope, I would not. Well, this year I would. Maybe the next few years if you don't find one.
Whoa.
But I think the Titans won't be as bad as you guys think. They still got an offensive line. It was good 2 years ago. That offensive line was damn good.
It was pretty good last year.
And it was pretty good last year. The defense is not terrible. It's solid. It's a solid defense. So I'd still give them...
What are you grabbing onto there?
What do I want to give them?
Are you trying to find more wins for these Tennessee Titans?
Trying to shake them out.
7-9.
All right.
7-9. That's like I said. That's pretty much in there. I got them 6-10.
6-10. So I got every team 7-9 from the AFC South so far.
I think Tennessee's probably has the most narrow range of outcomes because even if Mariota gets hurt, Tannehill's the same guy.
Yeah.
It's the same level of quarterback either way. So I don't think they're gonna there's no, I don't know, they're not gonna shock me no matter what. I can't see it.
Shock and awe.
However,
shock and awe.
To me, the big boy of the South Division is the Houston Texans.
Yeah, absolutely. If Deshaun Watson could stay healthy, I don't think he will.
That's everything for them, though. That's the entire conversation for the Houston Texans.
Best wide receiver in the NFL?
Yeah. DeAndre Hopkins, I think a lot of people would agree with you.
I wasn't going to say Kiki Cootie. Come on, man.
Kiki Cootie's pretty good. They also traded for Kenny Stills, adding some depth at the position there. Will Fuller, when healthy, again, is an effective player. Lamar Miller tore his ACL before the season started.
But they got Duke Johnson.
They traded for Duke Johnson.
That doesn't mean anything. He can catch balls.
Yeah, and he's a good third down back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how he'll do it in every down roll. I'm not sure. And didn't they trade for Carlos Hyde too then?
They might have. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm pretty sure they ended up trading for Carlos Hyde recently. Maybe last night as well.
I'm not that up on it.
But their defense is nasty still. Their defense can get after you.
What was the situation? Why did Clowney leave? Was there some tension going on, or?
Well, they put him on a franchise tag, and then they tried to trade him. And he found out that they were shopping him while he was on the tag, and then he was like, okay, well, now you have to trade me. That's basically the way it went down.
Did they trade him?
Yeah, he's on Seattle now.
Okay.
So the Seahawks defense got a little meaner up front for week 1 for our boys.
Why?
All right.
Why
Sure.
would they do that?
I don't know.
That's super dumb and shady.
Just so he can be more juiced up when he plays the Bengals week 1. Breaks Andy Dalton's leg at midfield.
Hey, that'd be the best case scenario for you
It
guys.
really would be.
Say Ontario.
Yeah.
Kind of would be. But yeah, I think Houston is the best of this bunch. They're the only team in this group that I think could make a playoff run because Deshaun Watson, if he's healthy the whole season, there's no reason this team can't be 12-4, 13-3. So I guess like I said, they're my division winner, and they're going to be one of my AFC title game.
I got him at 10-6.
Okay.
10-6.
I think Deshaun Watson's going to miss a few games, but he'll come back, and I think they'll make a nice playoff push.
Okay.
I think I'm going to put him at 11-5.
All right.
Now that my math isn't adding up right in this division, is it?
It's okay.
Your math has to add up right for the entire NFL, and we don't do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I feel like let me take one of those wins away from the Titans, and we'll throw it on the Texans here. So the Titans are now 6-10.
Okay.
And the Texans are now 12-4.
Okay. All right.
Actually,
12-4.
you know what? I actually don't believe that. I'm just gonna go 11-5. I'm gonna give that win back.
It's going back. You can't decide who to give this win to. Will somebody take this win, please?
who's the next team? They'll get it.
But I do think that the Texans have a very good shot of AFC Championship game.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if. Well, I know. Well, I don't know, but I don't.
I don't think they'll be facing the Browns.
I don't think they're gonna be.
God, what a title game that would be for the NFL. Browns, Texans on CBS.
What? Houston's a big city.
Yeah, I guess, but the Texans just don't. I don't know.
J.J. Watt's a superstar, man. I mean, I know he'd be hurt, but
Yeah, absolutely.
It's hard to pick a winner that's not the Patriots in the AFC.
It really is. But we can try.
Let's do it.
Do you guys want to hop on a plane and fly across the West Coast?
wait, did we finish that division?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was all the teams. Let's head to the West and start with everyone's favorite, the Oakland Raiders. Playing out the string. One last season in Oakland before they moved to Vegas.
I think they go 1-15.
Oh boy!
That's pretty bad.
They get a win in Week 10, whoever they're playing.
I hope they have a bye week in week.
Why do you think that?
Because I think Gruden's a moron, and I don't think he coaches his way out of a paper bag. And I think giving him
He
GM
won. He's proven to be a good coach. What are you talking about?
proved to be
You don't like
20
him.
years ago?
in 1995.
20 years ago.
But still.
No, but still nothing. The NFL changes.
You don't like him because you did not like his announcing on Monday Night Football.
That has nothing to do. I don't think he was a good head coach. I think he's a rah-rah guy. I think everything about him creeps me out. And I just don't think he's a good head coach. And I think he's proven that by trading away a generational talent in Khalil Mack for not that much. I think it was
for less than what the Dolphins got for Larry Tunsil.
That confirmed everything I thought about John Gruden going into this.
Hey, man, we never know what's going to happen with those picks. So
I know that they're not going to be Khalil Mack.
Yeah, that's a pretty safe bet.
maybe they wanted to tank one season.
They're going to tank for a couple more.
Well, then get rid of your quarterback, too.
Do you think?
He doesn't even know how to tank right.
Yeah.
That's how dumb he is.
He still has, a quarterback who's, okay.
Yeah, trade him. And then they get AB, so now they're going to win this year?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Jeez, don't get mad at me.
I'm not getting mad. I'm just saying, if you're John Gruden, fuck off.
Take it easy over there.
Relax.
That's enough.
Just saying. You're getting a little animated.
You're getting very animated over here. I gotta say. Jeez. I think that there's gonna be an impassioned fucking argument with Johnny looking off camera. He won't even confront you. He won't even just look at you while he's making these points,
I don't need to.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just looked back at the stream again and the still picture of you sitting in the chair next to me. Oh my god.
It's so good.
I mean, I just think they're going to be trash. I think AB is going to be a head case all season long. I don't think they have enough talent on either side of the ball. And I think John Gruden is a joke of a coach and GM.
Hey, John Gruden's not into dreams. He's into motherfucking nightmares, okay? That's
okay. Let me know when he gets an adult haircut. Anyone in that front office with an adult haircut now think they can win more than 2 games.
That's then the only good part about Hard Knocks, though, is John Gruden being a maniac. If John Gruden wasn't a crazy person, Hard Knocks would suck this year.
I should watch it.
But John Gruden's a crazy person, so it's pretty good. That's
A lot of NFL head coaches are, but doesn't mean they're good.
No, exactly. Like people love to like attribute like craziness to being like intelligent. Like he's a mad genius. Like no, sometimes a person's just crazy.
like Bill Belichick's the best coach, and I mean he's different,
pretty boring,
but I don't think he's crazy.
No.
He's just a weird dude.
I don't think anyone's ever been like Bill Belichick's crazy, dude. What a wild card.
I mean, have you ever seen him make a peanut butter and jelly?
I mean, we basically know Bill Belichick. John is Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
I mean, he's stoic. He's very, we're on to next
We have a friend who's basically Bill Belichick.
We know someone who just
he dresses like him, and
when we ask him about like how things are going, he just says we're looking ahead to Cincinnati. That's
I'm like, what? You're going on vacation to Cincinnati?
We're looking at Cincinnati.
Okay.
That's one of his most energetic pressers too.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Good thing John's practicing his pressers though.
Gotta work on him.
Yeah, I don't think the Raiders are going to be good, but I'm not going to hate on them as harshly as you are.
I'm not hating. I'm just stating facts.
I don't think they're gonna.
No, that's hate. You're hating.
I don't think
No,
they're
that's
gonna,
not hate.
1-15 is hate. No, 1-15.
No, that's not hate. That's just
You
telling
literally
you how it
said
is.
I hate John Gruden.
Yeah, but
That
I'm not
is
hating
hate.
on the team. I'm just hating John Gruden.
There's no way this team goes 1-15. I can't get there.
All right, you're 0 for 16. All right, I get it.
Let me go ahead and paint you the picture why. All right, I'm gonna say that Derek Carr. I mean, top 25 quarterback. He's good enough to win you a couple games. Okay.
He's not one of the bottom 5.
He's not Dan Orlovsky. Okay.
That's not a starting quarterback.
Exactly, but that's the quarterback that went 0-16. Okay, so that's what we're competing with here.
That was the Lions quarterback?
Yeah,
All
much
right.
better than Dan Orlovsky.
I know. That's why he's going to get one win.
Suffice to say. Okay, so then they go and they get Josh Jacobs in the first round. Spice up the running game a little bit. Give it a little extra punch. Adding AB, as big of a head case as he is, definitely a pretty solid receiving threat. They went out and they got Tyrell Williams from the Chargers, who's a pretty solid number 2, number 3 type receiver. Their offensive line's been beefed up. They re-signed Donald Penn. They just re-signed their center to like a 4-year deal. Like, there's no way that they're that bad. Like, the defense is a work in progress, and I mean it's going to limit their ceiling. But I can't see an offense with that much individual talent winning less than 4 games.
I can. John Gruden will mess it up. I just don't trust him. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed.
I don't think John Gruden's even a good coach, but I still think they go like 6-10.
No
I
way.
think John Gruden's an okay coach. Not a good coach, but he's not as bad as you think.
I mean, he's better than his brother.
He is for sure better than his brother. Absolutely.
Which, spoiler alert,
he's not very good.
I don't think they're going to be very much better than the Raiders.
What, Washington?
Yeah.
You don't like Case Keenum starting out week 1?
No.
Well,
And he prefers Casey.
I hope that this weekend old Casey goes out there and spins the rock, okay? And he really makes you eat your words, bud.
He
All
won't.
right?
Yeah, bud.
I got news for you.
I hope he does, though. All right?
Son of a
I got news for you. He won't.
All right. Speaking of weird, hopeless teams, what about Denver?
We never set our records for the Raiders.
Okay,
I did.
I just thought we could just come back and do all of them.
Oh, yeah, that's
we're
good
doing
point.
them all at the end, anyways. So
Yeah.
like, we don't really need to do them.
I'm gonna
at this
forget.
point. We don't
You're
need to
right.
we don't need to do them twice.
Yeah.
That's kind of my thought on that.
right.
But Denver. Yikes. Okay, so Joe Flacco is the new starting
Hey,
quarterback.
Joe Flacco's here to win games.
And I bet Joe Flacco can probably throw it pretty far in that thin Denver air. He's gonna
Did you
look-
see his fucking beard?
First of all, watch your language. Okay.
Hey, do something about it. Swing on me.
Hey, man, stop it. Calm down. Both of you. That's enough.
Yeah, I ducked all those punches. Didn't even come close.
No,
You're swinging behind me on a couple of them.
You didn't even move. Not even bothered.
Get out of here.
But the Broncos are one of the less exciting teams. If we're doing an exciting team power ranking.
Oh, they're pretty exciting for me. This is
Yeah?
this is old Joe's last run.
Yeah, this is maybe his last year.
Come on, this is a Hall of Famer Joe Flacco.
Is it?
Yeah, he won a Super Bowl.
Is it?
He's Super Bowl MVP. Joe Flacco's Hall of Famer.
Is that all it takes? You just got to get one?
If you get
One,
unless you're like a defensive player.
I was going to say, though.
But if you're a quarterback, you automatically get it.
All right.
Johnny?
He literally never played that well ever again, or before that.
But, I mean,
That was like the run of his career.
won a Super Bowl.
Would
He
you
did.
say Joe Flacco is better than Phil Simms?
No.
I didn't watch Phil Simms.
No.
I don't think so. Though.
Phil Simms, I don't believe he's a Hall of Famer.
No, he has to be.
I'm pretty sure Phil Simms is a Hall of
There's no
Famer.
way Phil Simms isn't in the Hall of Fame. I'd be shocked.
This is riveting radio. Just throwing stats
Well,
out
anyways,
there.
keep going.
This is where we need our stat man. Okay.
Yeah,
Stat man.
One of our 3 cancellations, brother. I mean, it's a little hurtful, but
Dude.
I understand. Life happens.
Jack.
Dude. So, anyways, come on, Broncos. What do you guys? Give me something. Like,
I actually got nothing. I don't think they're going to
Philip
be
Lindsay
good.
was cool, right? That was fun.
Yeah, that can't last.
Come on.
I think they got 2 running backs that at any point could just not be good. Emmanuel Sanders will be hurt by week 2. And old Joe will be out there. Hopefully Noah Fant's good, and hopefully Joe can figure out how to get him the ball. And they're going to be a rough team, I think. I got them at 4 wins.
They're weird. They're like really old and then really young. Like Joe Flacco is your quarterback and Emmanuel Sanders is your number 1 wide receiver. But then like the rest of your skill position guys are like 23.
Yep.
For the record, Phil Simms not in the Hall of Fame.
I know. I saw that actually. Yeah, that is correct.
That's bullshit. All right,
So-
I guess Joe Flacco. Did he? Wait, Phil Simms never won a Super Bowl.
He won 2
Did he?
and got MVP.
Oh.
So there you
All
go.
right, so I guess
There is precedent.
I guess Joe Flacco won't be a Hall of Famer.
No, I was gonna say is he Derrick Rose in this scenario, but Derrick was a regular season MVP.
Yep.
Which holds a higher esteem than.
And Johnny still thinks Derek has a shot. Okay.
Okay, that's fair.
Derek's coming back, damn it.
That's a conversation for another
Him and
day.
Blake.
But
What?
do you guys
Him
think,
and Blake Griffin. Derek's a Piston. No.
Anyways, we
yeah.
already did our
Yeah,
NBA.
Yeah,
That's
we're out of there for now. You guys think Vic Fangio is going to be a good head coach? He's been a long time Bears assistant.
I think they'll have a good
defensive
defense, but I don't think the offense is worth a damn.
Yeah, I don't think. Are we still talking about the Broncos?
Yeah.
I think they're going to be 4-12. I don't think there's much in this team. I don't see very much. I'm sorry. I don't think Flacco's a good quarterback.
It's not, I mean, that's a pretty lukewarm take again, but
I'm just saying, like Flacco's not a good quarterback, and they don't have.
Johnny, give us something to put as fucking clickbait
Yeah.
on YouTube, man.
I can never use anything Johnny says for the headlines.
No.
When I write the description.
I think Joe Flacco's not a good quarterback.
Well, yeah, there's several years of evidence to suggest that at this point.
It's not a good quarterback. You were talking about Hall of Fame earlier. I was like, who the hell are you talking about?
I guess there's a higher standard in football.
A little higher than we thought. Okay, so you guys want to talk about a real Hall of Famer, a bona fide, guaranteed first ballot? Not first ballot, but he should be Hall of Famer. What about old Phil?
Phil's first ballot. Whoa.
He better be.
Phil better be first ballot.
Phil-
Johnny?
Phil Rivers?
Yeah.
Of course, first
Yep.
ballot.
Yep. Philip Rivers.
Maybe not
is-
first ballot because maybe they got something else to do on that year.
This
But
is my other team I predict in the AFC Championship game.
It's a good team to predict.
yeah,
Patriots are going to have a collapse.
The Melvin Gordon situation sucks, and I really just wish the Chargers would have fucking signed him, paid him his money, because this season feels like it could be the season for the Chargers, and it feels like a weird year to get cheap.
Can they not franchise tag him again? Or was he already?
I think he's holding out because he wants a long-term deal with guaranteed
Okay.
money. That's the crux of the entire disagreement here.
All right.
But I don't how many years does Phil have to play at this high of a level?
How many years does Melvin Gordon have to play at this high of a level, if we're being honest?
I mean,
probably like 5.
You think so for a running back
think it'll be good.
that's had a significant injury history?
Frank Gore has been.
well, yeah.
for a long
Oh,
time.
okay.
Frank Gore is like the outlier of
Come
all,
on,
of
yeah.
all
I'm
outliers.
just saying.
He
I'm
brings
throwing
up the
names out
average
there.
age of running backs by at least 2 years by himself.
Yeah,
Throwing names out there.
Frank Gore, you can't
Give another.
Another name of a running back that's still good.
older than 35.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's see.
Older than 30.
AP.
Yeah, that's the other one.
Yeah, he had a few years off.
Yep.
I think that's all I got.
All right,
Yeah.
I mean, two.
You could have said Shady McCoy.
We'll take two.
Well,
we'll take two.
I mean, those are 35.
yeah. No, Shady's like 31.
Well, Melvin
Okay.
Gordon's like what?
27.
Is he 27?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know.
I just think
he's older
he's-
than you think. Like,
Yeah. What I look at is the injury history.
I remember back when he was a young lad
back
coming
when
out of Kenosha,
we-
Wisconsin,
we were-
right here.
We were young lads.
Yeah, we were young lads.
Yeah,
But-
absolutely.
But yeah, I just think the injury history at some point is going to catch up with them. And I think that's why the Chargers are playing the game they're playing. But when you have a quarterback like Phil, you got to go out there and you got to fucking make a stab at it, because Phil doesn't have a ton of years left, and Melvin's better than anything else you're going to get.
Well, of course they're going to make a stab at it. They're not tanking.
No, but they're not making a stab at signing their best offensive weapon.
It's slightly apples to orange.
I don't think Melvin Gordon's their best offensive weapon.
No?
Himself is the best offensive weapon.
Phil
is the best offensive weapon.
Yeah,
that line's pretty a good offensive weapon. I think the line's so good that I'm not trying to hate on Melvin Gordon here, but I think if you put a decent running back in there, that line will make him look good.
Well, I think that's the problem for Melvin Gordon is I think that's an extremely likely scenario that's about to play out.
Yeah.
I think Austin Eckler and Justin Jackson are both good enough in their own right, and I think that they're going to have a pretty fair amount of success behind that offensive line, and Melvin's going to lose what leverage he thought he had. Because if they're doing like a two-headed like thunder and lightning type thing, and they're still getting,
But that didn't affect Le'Veon Bell. James Conner looked good.
Yeah, but Le'Veon didn't. What do you mean? Le'Veon never got his money.
Yeah, but Le'Veon
missed the entire season.
But Le'Veon at least got out of the situation. Like,
yeah, a year later, I don't think that's a win for Le'Veon though. Like,
well, I mean, that's what you got to go when you hold out. That's what you got to expect might happen, though.
Yeah, but I still can't count that as like you don't. That's a year you made nothing. Like that's crazy. Like in your prime.
Well, that's what's going to happen in the Melvin Gordon situation. I'm telling everyone right now.
You think Melvin misses the entire season?
Yeah.
Wow. I do not.
I wouldn't. I mean, I don't think so, but I can see it because
I just don't see why a team would trade for him.
Yeah, turn your mic down. It's loud as hell.
I just don't see why a team would trade for him, though. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, I agree. I think maybe he takes less money to get back on the Chargers. Is that still an option?
Nah, I think
him?
the relationship is ruined.
Yeah, I know the GM came out and said that he's not going to discuss a contract extension until the offseason now.
Yeah,
effectively shutting like the door of anything long term.
I really hope
it's this year or bust. Like, yeah, either he plays one more season for the Chargers, or he's already played his last game as a Charger.
So it's tough because I understand why he wants guaranteed money. In the NFL, you never know what's going to happen to you. He's got injury.
I don't think we're arguing that.
So I'm just saying, yes, that's great, but oh man, I don't think this is a good move for him because I don't think he's going to get signed now. I think the Chargers are fine with letting him walk.
I would agree. I think they've made that pretty clear on their end.
And it's just more of my lukewarm takes, eh?
That's
What are you fucking Canadian now too?
My whole thing was going to be in sort of the study of how to handle this situation. Like I said, it's not quite apples to oranges. There's more of an injury history with Melvin Gordon, obviously. But Michael Thomas threatened to hold out at the beginning of Saints camp. And like 3 days later, Michael Thomas was like the highest paid receiver in the NFL. And it was like, that's it. Like when you got Drew Brees, like you keep the best guys you got, whatever, pay him, fuck it, who cares? We'll suck when he's gone. That's fine. Like
you gotta take advantage when the window's open. You can't try and we're gonna save some money. Like for what?
Yep.
You should be spending every last dollar you could spend to get you to a championship and hopefully win one. Like
you think he'll have a better chance than Phil's age 37 season? You
yeah.
really think he'll get better next year?
It's trash.
Yeah, I hate it, and I think this is a team good enough to win the Super Bowl. And I hope this distraction doesn't prevent them from doing that, but I could see it becoming an issue. I think the Le'Veon thing was an issue for the Steelers all of last season, really.
I think this becomes an even bigger issue when we look down the road and we look at the NFL players agreement when they're gonna have a lockout. Like it's for sure. Like this happened 2 years in a row with a high profile running back. I think this is going to be a big thing in the negotiations in the next few years because it's going to be. Well, we don't want this to happen. Well, we don't want these guys to miss time, and I don't think there's a compromise that either side's going to really like.
Yeah, I agree with the lockout happening because
it's going to happen in baseball too.
They're looking at how much NBA players are getting paid now, and they're like, wow,
it's all guaranteed.
Yeah, and they're like, wow, we need that, and they're looking at.
And they don't have to suffer head injuries.
Yeah, and they're looking at head injuries and all that, how the game's going to affect them. They're definitely going to be like, we need more money. We're locking out.
Every year, there's a handful of guys that are just like, oh, he retired? He was good. Why did he retire? And he's like 28.
Yep.
Like
Andrew Luck.
Yep.
Like, it's guys are smarter about it, and a lot of times guys get one big contract, and then they're out.
Yep.
And it's sort of the mindset now is you get in, you try to be the best player you can for 6 years, and then hopefully you're still pretty healthy and you call it a career. and it's hard to argue against that. But like I said, at the same time, like, is fantasy football going to like make players' contracts become guaranteed? Because I think that's part of the reason there's been such like the blowback on like people being pissed about Le'Veon and Melvin holding out.
Yeah, I think those are huge factors in it, is because it fucks with people's fantasy shit.
It's why it's bigger than just the teams that it's affecting. That's why it's a national.
It's why
thing.
it's a story.
Yep, exactly.
It's the whole reason it's a story.
It's why it's a national story.
It's because those are. If this was an offensive lineman holding out,
nobody would.
Or
not be
honestly, for the most part, a defensive player holding out, no one would care.
Yep.
No one would give a shit.
No, I remember, I forget who it was a couple of years ago for the Bears. It was a defensive player, held out pretty much most of, like, minicamp and, like, into week 2 or 3 of the preseason. And it was, like, mentioned sparingly. And, like, it got taken care of, but, like, it was not a thing.
Yeah.
But, like, if it's a running back, wide receiver, quarterback, boy.
Yep. It's a big deal.
Yeah, exactly. They're
tight end, too.
Yep, because of fantasy. So, like, I think because that's the best thing football has going for it at this point. Like, fantasy football is saving football from a lot of, like, just...
football.
Yeah.
It's saving football from football.
From itself being, like, an icky thing. So it's like, hey, fantasy's fun, though, right? Like, pretty good. Like, yeah, it is. You're right. But, like...
But Johnny doesn't understand, because Johnny says it's not fantasy to him.
I do not play fantasy football, and I still like the NFL, so...
You're a mad lad. That's the only reason I like the NFL.
You're part of a dying breed, my friend. You're part of the old school.
Football.
And he doesn't even gamble. He doesn't bet on the games either.
No.
I do not.
You're a weird kind of
No,
bitch.
actually-
you don't play fantasy or bet on it?
No, I do the pick 'em where you pick the winners of the game.
But you don't get bet on them.
I'm good at that. You win money at the end if you have the best.
You, like, do the most throughout the year thing, whatever.
Pretty good at that. I know who's going to win the games because I like football.
Take it easy, Grobber. I know who's going to win the games.
Wait, I was talking to him over there. I forgot.
Please address him. Thank you.
Yes.
Anyways, let's finish off this division, and then we'll do the records. The Chiefs, man. I mean, I can't remember, like, a team being as both, like, enjoyable and disappointing. Like, it wasn't disappointing, but it was. Like, the Chiefs had a good season, but it just felt like shit because how good they were the first 10 weeks of the year.
I think, yeah.
It was the classic Chiefs season, though, really, if you look at it.
I don't know. I'm just worried about the running back play for the Chiefs, and I just don't know if they have anyone that's, like, as good as Kareem Hunt was, and I think that was a huge part of it, and I think they could still be good, but I think when playoff time comes around, I think it's going to really hurt not having a solid running back that can just at least make the defense like, all right, we can't cheat too much, but, like, they can cheat all they fucking want right now.
You don't believe in the three-headed monster of Damian Williams, Darrell Thompson, and LaShawn McCoy?
No. I mean, Shady's good, but he'll be hurt. And I just...
The running back of the future is not on the current Kansas City roster.
No.
Kansas City, I think, drafts a running back fairly early next season because
it confuses
their
me.
offense is too good to have a running game that's, like, blah.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. Like,
who did they lose? Why didn't they draft one this year?
I don't know.
That's so weird.
I got nothing for you. I don't know.
They drafted one late, right?
Yeah, Thompson.
Yeah.
Darrell Thompson was a Darwin Thompson.
Darwin is a fifth?
Sixth.
Okay.
Sixth round pick, so it's...
I think teams do not put as much emphasis on running backs as people from an outside standpoint, not within the organization.
But I think when you have an offense like that, I think you go for a different style of... Like, you go for a young, like a Shady McCoy type of player.
I mean, there's been plenty of teams who have not had the greatest running backs and still won. I'm thinking the Patriots almost every year. LeGarrette Blount was okay. They had James White as their running back.
Yeah.
Before that, the Packers, when they won the Super Bowl, they had... Who did they have? Ryan Grant?
In 09?
They might have had Ryan Grant.
Who won besides the Patriots? Who was the most recent Super Bowl winner?
Well,
Patriots?
I mean, Seahawks had, like, Marshawn Lynch, which would be sort of...
Yes,
that's
a counterpoint, yeah.
I just think it's important. I don't think you need an elite, but you need, like, all those teams had, like, a guy.
I would say the Patriots' run game was really good last year.
I think
Sony Michel and James White was a really, really good two-headed monster.
I think it's more on their having the best offensive line, probably the best offensive line.
I mean, Sony Michel was a first-round pick, though. This isn't some nobody they, like, shined up off the street. Like,
I know, but
this is a guy with draft pedigree though.
I still think the Chiefs are going to be a pretty good running team.
I don't.
Now, I'm gonna above average.
Well, that's because Pat Mahomes will pick up yards.
Pat Mahomes going to pick up yards for you.
Are we talking like a per carry basis or just like yards?
I'd say just yards. I think they got good. They're going to have a good amount of yards. Just in general, they're going to have so many yards. I think.
Who's their number one?
Yeah, who's your starting running back week 1?
Oh, I don't know.
Who's on the field for the first snap week 1?
No running back.
No running back.
Okay, you're going empty.
Yeah, just
All
empty
right,
backfield.
Five wide.
Five wide.
I think if they had a younger running back that was just a guy who could be a wide receiving option and super fast, I think that could go a long way for a team like that.
Especially on that offense.
Tariq Cohen type kind of
Yeah,
maybe,
exactly.
Yeah.
Like that could really set that team onto another stratosphere.
Yeah. I think if they had a playmaker, Tariq Cohen style.
Reggae Bush.
I think
Christian
I think
McCaffrey.
that's more the role that Damian Williams was meant to play, but it's not an every down role.
Yeah.
I think Damian Williams is a good third down back. He's a good pass catcher. He's able to like make plays after the catch. He's just not a great between the tackles runner. So it's weird to go into your season with him as like maybe the guy. And he was cut by the Dolphins like 2 years ago, and he's like 27. Or it's weird for a team that good to not have been like, hey, in the 4th round maybe invest in somebody.
The whole running backs thing is just. I mean, we saw it with the Bears just this past year. They had who was the running back that they just let go?
Jordan Howard.
Yeah,
Jordan Howard, who was considered a top running back in the league and a pretty damn good running back, I still think. And they just cut him.
I think that was more a product of their offense changing styles.
Yep,
and he didn't fit into the new offense.
No,
Do you really need
horribly?
So let's talk about the offense then. Do you really think you need a up the gut runner?
No,
in that Chiefs offense.
I just said I think you need like a Tariq Cohen style,
Yeah, that's
which
what we were
is
saying. They already got.
Yeah, I think.
But I don't know if he's that though. Like I
We'll
need.
see.
Yeah, I guess we will see.
To be honest, I don't know too much about it. Not a big Chiefs watcher, but
You should be. They're fun.
Yeah, I'd say they were the best team to watch last year.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. Whatever. USA.
Yeah. But I think we're all in agreement that they need a scat back
Yeah,
there.
for sure.
Or just a guy doing scat.
There's a guy scatting on the field.
Yeah.
Big bop dibbity dap dap doo. All right. So the Chiefs. I mean, there's reason to believe that they can regress for sure, right? Like
They almost have to. I feel like
does Mahomes throw 50 touchdowns 2 years in a row?
he throws 60.
Throw 60 touchdowns?
Yeah.
5.
That is hot. That is a hot take.
100 touchdowns.
My God, he's throwing over 6 a game.
That's pretty good.
That's Madden. That is absolutely just
You guys wanted a hot take out of me, right?
Yeah.
There we go.
Johnny said 100.
It's good to have
100 touchdown passes. All right.
I hope so.
Boy, oh boy, that'd be fun. But I still think they're the class of the division. There's too much there. They're too talented. Andy Reid's a good coach in the regular season.
In the regular season.
I don't know. Old Andy struggles with timeouts and stuff. He's not the best like X's and O's. He's good at like game planning, but he's not good at like in-game adjusting. I'll say.
No.
Yes, that's a good point. Yes.
I would agree.
Yeah. Which is true, I think, of a lot of like older coaches. Like they have a system and they have a scheme and a game plan, and when that works, it's great. And then sometimes if the other team is able to adjust, things they get mucked up a little bit. That's all.
Oh no, they're mucking around.
Yeah. So with that being said, I still do think that Kansas City finishes 12-4. I think they're the class of the division. I think that the Chargers are 11-5, closely behind them. I'm gonna you know what? I'm gonna have a little Denver optimism. I'm gonna say the Broncos finish 8-8. Joe Flacco gives us a couple more moments in his last ride here, and then I will say that the Raiders go 4-12.
All right. So I said Raiders 1-15.
1-15. You're already out there. Yep.
Broncos I think are going to be 6-10. Chargers I believe are going to be 9-7.
Okay.
And Chiefs are going to be 11-5.
Okay. 11-5. All right. So
Yeah.
a step down for both of those teams.
But Chargers are my AFC pick.
So they will go further in the playoffs.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
They're my pick to make it to the AFC Championship game and
I respect it.
face the Browns.
I'm gonna give the Chargers a nice little 12-4.
Wow.
Is that top of the division?
That is.
Okay.
I'm giving the Chiefs a 10-6.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna give the Raiders a 7-9.
We got 7 wins for the Raiders over
wins
here.
for the
I
Raiders.
like it. Okay.
7 wins for the Raiders.
Okay.
And a big old 4-12 for the Broncos and Joe Flacco.
That's Joe.
Smoke a Joe.
Got a Flacco hater over here. Jeez. All right. So we're hopping on a plane one last time. We're going all the way.
I'm so jet lagged.
We're going to London. No, we're not going to London. We are going, however, to the AFC East,
Hey.
also known as the New England Patriot Invitational.
All right. I picked the Patriots. All right.
Damn it! Beat me to the punch. Shockingly, Miami won 7 games last year. That's crazy. Just looking at it, right? I'm like, wow, it feels like a lot.
Well, there was one game they probably shouldn't have won.
There's a few, yeah.
Well,
But,
that one game where they had a flea flicker to end the game.
Oh yeah, where Gronk was out on the field playing defense. That was great. That was fun. Their game against
16 laterals.
Their game against the Bears was wild too.
Yeah.
Like, and then Brock Osweiler threw for like 350 yards. Like there was like 2 missed field goals. Bears and missed field goals. Weird. Sorry, Bears fans.
They got a kicker, right?
If Eddie Pinheiro is a kicker, yeah, sure. If that doesn't for you, does that put any wind in your sails over there, partner? Okay.
Oh.
All right. Anyways, let's start with the New York Jets, who I believe
New York Football Jets.
pretty fucking interesting, guys. Pardon the language, but Le'Veon Bell's in New York. It's a pretty good story. Like, just from like a neutral observer standpoint, if Le'Veon has a good season, I think it might be a bit of a national story, guys. How about you?
Probably.
I do think it would be.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to happen. I don't believe in the Darnold.
No?
No.
I think Sam Darnold showed reasons to be encouraged last year. I thought the first half of the season he looked like a rookie, and then coming down the stretch, the second half of last year, in particular the game against the Packers, he played very well. And yeah, no, I think there's reasons for optimism.
I agree. I think they're going to be better than last year.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be a playoff team.
No, but I think they're better than 4-12.
Yeah.
I think they're at least in the 6-7 win conversation.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I'll give them 6-10.
And they'll be
5-1.
They'll be much more
5-11.
They'll be
5-1.
5-11.
5-11-1. 5-10-1
Also, they'll just
We got to throw a tie in somewhere.
I like it. But like I said, the Jets will just be more interesting. Le'Veon gives them a dimension that they haven't really had in a while, so it's hard to imagine that makes them worse offensively. It'll be what his season. Players are going to be watching Le'Veon's season very carefully. People are going to be looking very closely to see how he looks after a year layoff. If he looks rejuvenated and refreshed, I think the holdout might be here to stay.
What if he looks like dog shit?
That's the problem. That's the other end of the coin. But he's the case study, basically. He's the guy that this has happened with in recent memory.
Yeah.
He wasn't injured. He wasn't rehabbing. He wasn't coming off a torn ACL. He just didn't play last season. So that'll be. I mean, it'll be good to see him again. I enjoy Le'Veon's running style. I'm a big fan of the patient, and then just kind of swim.
Wait. All right.
Where he's
I'm gonna run 100 miles an hour.
I remember him would he'd be just on David DeCastro's back and then just wait for the littlest seam and then just kind of push through that.
Yeah, I really like that running style, but is the Jets line good enough for him to do that?
Probably not.
Do they still got DeBrickshaw Ferguson?
God, no. Not for 10 years.
That was just the name I wanted to say.
There's a cool name. Great name.
Hugh of Fame, yes.
Nick Mangold?
No, I think he's an analyst on NFL Network at this point.
I know way too many former Jets linemen.
Big old, looking like Zeus too, had the locks flowing.
He was a hunk.
Yeah, pretty good line that one
He
time when
wasn't
they
a
were
hunk. No.
Yeah, when Mark Sanchez was there ruining it.
where they just couldn't
Fumbling
find a
into him.
quarterback. They had a good team.
Yep, that's
I know. Sexy Rexy was a good head coach.
That might be the Colts this year. Got the good team and the quarterback's just okay. But anything else with the Jets? Just like I said, quarterback's interesting. Le'Veon's there. Otherwise, basically the same team as last year. And Adam Gase does bath salts. So that'd be the only other thing I have to add about the
Bath
Jets.
salts.
Yeah.
Ooh, bath salts.
Wait, what happened?
Adam Gase is a crazy person.
Oh, does he actually? Did he get caught with bath? Oh, okay.
If you look at him and look up his introductory press conference. His eyes are bulging out of his head, and there's a lot of videos where people edited in stuff flying around him because he's just looking around he looks like he's on something. And he's also he literally sniffed smelling salts before their first preseason game.
Nice.
He took one. He was like, so he's a weirdo. But anyways, yeah, that's it with them. Moving on, the Buffalo Bills. They also have a second-year quarterback who showed reasons for encouragement last season.
This I like.
His name is Josh Allen. You may know him from Wyoming and from being speedy fast and throwing the ball a country mile.
Those are things I like.
The Bills aren't really trying to win yet. The Bills are still kind of putting it together. They got to get going.
The Bills are always putting it together every year for the past 30 years.
They got to get going on this one, though.
They made a Super Bowl 30 years ago.
Yeah, they made a bunch of them 30 years ago and lost all of them. Yeah, they made
back.
25.
20 years?
Yeah, but, there's, they're famous for making Super Bowls, that's for sure. This isn't a roster that's ready to win top to bottom, though. It's not even
but
close.
There's a lot of interesting.
There is. They clearly... It's a vote of confidence for Devin Singletary, their rookie, who will be backing up or splitting time with Frank Gore, the ageless wonder.
Frank Gore.
I believe is
fucking Gore.
entering his 17th season.
Isn't that Fire and Lightning?
Frank motherfucking Gore.
You can't kill him. It's not possible.
He's already dead.
He's already dead.
He's a zombie. He's like me over there.
The Bills' defense also pretty good. The Bills' defense quietly was excellent last season. Mostly it was quiet because they're the Bills. People don't pay attention to such things. But yeah, the Bills' defense was really, really good. Their offensive line is terrible. And their wide receivers are pretty blah.
Yep.
So they have a young quarterback with not much around him at the moment and a good defense.
Do they still have Charles Clay at tight end?
No, they just signed or drafted Dawson Knox.
Oh.
I believe he'll be making a push for the opening tight end spot.
Good luck, Dawson.
Have fun out there, Dawson. More like Dawson's Creek. Got you good, idiot.
You soft.
In your face, Dawson.
Got him.
But yeah, Bills.
Bills Mafia, what up?
Bills are better than the Dolphins for sure. Probably better than the Jets still.
I agree.
These other three teams all aren't very good, and that seems to be the case always for the Patriots. I think the Dolphins are my 1-15. The Dolphins, I think, are the absolute worst team. By design, they've gone out of their way to make themselves worse over the last week.
I don't think they could be that bad, though, if Josh Allen or Josh Rosen's playing.
I think Josh Rosen for sure can go 1-15. He just went 2-14. What do you mean?
Yeah, I know. That's why I go 2-14 again.
The quarterback competition was Josh Rosen and Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Ryan Fitzpatrick won.
Ryan Fitzpatrick's always good for a good 4 or 5 games. Come on.
But they don't want to win. Why? So what does that do for you?
You're gonna win with Fitzmagic back there.
Yeah, you don't got a choice.
He's always got a couple in him.
He's got a couple. Every single team he goes on is like, Fitzpatrick, not too bad.
He was going to be our backup, but holy shit, he's really good.
How does he keep doing this? Why does this keep happening?
Because he's good.
Remember those first, 3 or 4 games on the Buccaneers last year?
5.
When Jameis was suspended, he's throwing for 400 yards every game.
Fitzmagic.
And then the next game, it's 13 for 32. 100 yards, 4 interceptions,
and then it's not like everybody's paying attention or worried or something about Fitzpatrick when he reverts back to being bad.
Yeah,
people just stop thinking about him. They're not going out of their way,
but he never gets criticized for it.
No, yeah, exactly. They're not going out of their way to say, "Oh, Fitzpatrick's really not showing himself this year."
They're just "Holy shit, he's really good."
He gets praised when it's a surprise, and then once he's bad, people are like, "Yeah, I didn't think he was that good." It's just something to hold on to on bad teams. Ryan Fitzpatrick goes and he brings joy to your bad football team. That's what he does. Mm-hmm. He makes plays. Some of them
he
good.
Gets your wide receivers paid.
Some of them good, some of them bad, but he will throw that ball up for grabs.
Oh yeah.
He loves a good 50-50 ball. For being a guy from Harvard, he plays a dumb quarterback. He's just a gunslinger. That's all he is.
Hey,
Harvard
sometimes you got to work with what you got.
I know, but the whole narrative, oh, he's a smart guy, he's a Harvard guy. Really? Because all he does is chuck the ball up to Mike Davis, whether he's open or not. He just yeah.
Not going to complete a pass if you don't throw the ball in the air.
You got to throw it up there, man.
Big facts.
Let him go up and get it. But Dolphins worst team in the league. I can't. I got nobody worse. Gonzo, you think
the Raiders?
You think the Raiders are worse?
Wait till we get to the NFC.
I'm gonna I'm gonna give them a little 3-13.
Dolphins. I'm gonna say 4-12.
I'm only not doing that because I've been giving away 4-12 is like hotcakes.
4-13-1.
I've been having a lot of teams with pretty good records. So 1-15 is going to balance things out nicely here.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they suck.
Dolphins got to play a lot of people though.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so should we move on?
I don't think there's anyone else to discuss in this division, right?
No, let's just get the records and get out of here.
Yeah. All right, let's do the records.
Do we?
Are we just gonna not acknowledge the Patriots?
We already know. Like everybody knows what the Patriots are.
I think they're gonna crumble in the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
I think
That's
Tom's gonna.
That is a hot take.
I think Tom's gonna malfunction in the playoffs, and they're not gonna make it to the AFC Championship game.
They are my other AFC Championship game team, and they are also my AFC Super Bowl participant. I have the Patriots beating the Texans in the AFC title game this year.
I got Patriots over Chargers.
Okay.
Ooh.
We should wait till the end and wrap it up like that.
I got Browns, Chargers.
Browns Chargers. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, let's go through this division, and then we'll go, I guess, through our playoff picture.
Okay.
I'll show you my playoff picture.
So yeah, New England 12-4, whatever. Who cares? I'm gonna say New York 7-9. Buffalo 6-10, and Miami 1-15.
All right, I'm gonna say Pats are 12-4. I'm gonna say the Bills are 8-8. I'm gonna say Tampa Bay's the other team.
Nope. Jets and Dolphins.
All right, Dolphins are 4-12.
Mm-hmm.
And the Dolphins are...
You mean one of these teams has to be the Jets, because you've said Dolphins twice in a row.
And the Jets are 13-1.
The Jets are going to... Is that just to piss off Tuna?
Yeah.
Is that... Okay, I was like, what? 13-1 for the Jets?
Yeah, I think they're going to crumble.
That's under all the pressure.
Yeah, all the pressure, all the media focus.
People thinking they might be okay.
Yeah.
They can't handle it.
People already gave up on the Giants, so now all the attention's going to be on the Jets, and they're just going to crumble under that pressure.
Yeah, I can see it. All right, so let's find our playoff teams here.
Wait, Johnny's got to do his.
I didn't go yet.
No.
Patriots, I'm giving a nice 12-4.
12-4 is all around.
All around. Hey,
all around.
Cheers.
Salud.
Salud.
I'm gonna give both the Jets and the Bills a nice 6-10.
Okay.
6-9-1 would be really nice though. But anyways.
And then nice.
Thanks.
And then you know what? I'm gonna go 6-9-1 for both of them. For both of them.
They're gonna
both
tie
of
each
them.
other.
They're tying
They're
each
tying
other.
each other.
6-9-1.
Oh.
Nice.
We got a tie in the predictions, baby.
Same
Show me.
teams.
Show me a
Who wins the other game that they play?
Damn, they can't tie twice. You're right. Shit.
Yeah, who wins the other one, Johnny?
We'll figure it out.
Wait, what?
They can't tie twice. They play twice.
So one of them's gonna, I mean, they're gonna have the same record, but one of them's gonna finish ahead of the other. Though the tiebreaker, a win and a tie is better than a loss and a tie.
What?
Who you got? Who's winning the other game?
They play twice.
Yeah, but
one game is tied.
Okay, yeah, they play twice. Okay. Who's winning the other game? Fuck it, I don't know. Bills.
All right, boom, there we go.
Wow, fuck
he
it,
finally went out on a limb. He's got a Bills win and a tie for the Bills-Jets games this year.
He stole my
take.
tie idea.
That is a hot take. I like it. Finally, he predicted not even just a tie. Specifically, which teams will tie? Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
that's making it.
If you listen back to mine, I mean, I'll tell you too.
You just want to listen.
Just pay attention.
Then 3-13 for the Dolphins.
3-13 for the Dolphins. All right, very good. So as we're coming into the home stretch here,
Stretch.
any other playoff teams besides the Patriots in the East? No way, right?
No.
All right, Pats are the division winner. In the West, I have Kansas City and Los Angeles.
Wait, how many teams make it?
6.
Okay.
I have Kansas City and Los Angeles both as playoff teams. Any arguments?
I have the same.
Okay. I believe we're all different in the North. I have Baltimore. Johnny had.
Wait, I also have
Pittsburgh.
I have the Bills making the playoffs.
What? You gave the Bills like 9-7.
I gave them 8-8.
8-8's going to be in the playoffs?
Yeah, it's going to be rough this year.
Wait, whoa,
No.
Not with a team that's 12-4. That's like almost impossible.
Yeah.
Especially with how many teams.
They're going to be a wild card.
It's not going to happen.
No.
No.
8-8 wild card.
Never. It's only a division winner.
Yeah.
Shitty teams are always division.
AFC's going to suck this year.
Like the 7-9 Seahawks or like the 8-8 Cardinals.
You got to be a shitty division.
The division has to suck, and it's not going to happen. But anyways, okay, sure. Bills can be in the playoffs in your eyes.
Otherwise, there has to be.
There's nobody good outside of the division winners.
Then there can only be 4 teams over.
That would mean everyone sucks in the North and everyone sucks in the South, basically, besides one team.
Yeah.
So like 7-9 or worse for the Steelers and the Ravens in your scenario. Because I don't think that's what.
No, I think I said the Ravens were 8-8.
Okay.
But the
who's the tiebreaker?
The Bills got the tiebreaker.
What about the Texans and the Colts? Because I think you had both of them above 8 wins as well.
Yeah, well, they get disqualified.
Your predictions need to make sense. You can't just say shit.
I don't have it written down. Come on,
you're
man.
You're fucking Donald Trumping over there. Just fucking saying
whoa,
shit.
Don't ever compare me. That's insulting.
Just trying to make it true. Fake news over here.
I'm trying. I don't have it on a phone in front of me. I'm trying to man everything.
You're just like, I'm going to say the Bills are going to make the playoffs.
I want the Bills in the playoffs. I like Josh Rosen.
Like, I'm not sure how, but he's not even on that team. It's Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, you
It's
know
the
what I
wrong
meant.
quarterback. God damn it. All right. We got to finish here. Anyways, all had different winners in the AFC North and the AFC South.
Wait, I did not do my AFC North yet. I'm still on the fence about.
I
want to do.
Hold
on. I already picked one wild card. So I have to pick one more. Who else is in the AFC South?
Colts, Titans, Jaguars.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with Steelers and Ravens.
Okay.
Does that equal the right amount?
I mean, yeah, because then you got your 2 division winners. So your wild cards are coming from the West and the North.
Correct.
All right, perfect.
And then I got the Texans from the South.
Okay. So that's. And you got. What's your 6?
My 6 are the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Pats, the Bills, the Colts, and the Browns.
That'd be a shakeup.
Yeah.
Did you pick a South team?
Yeah. The Colts.
The Colts. Colts win it. Yeah.
For me, Texans, Ravens. I guess you do have to have like a second iffy team.
Yup. Telling you guys, Bills can make the playoffs.
I'm gonna go. I think with the way I did the records, I think the Colts are my second wild card team. Then actually, that's
fair.
I can see it. So yeah, Colts are my second wild card, and then yeah, same as I have Kansas City and LA and New England only. So as I said, I think that the 2 best will be New England and Houston. That's my my AFC title game. And sadly, I'm sorry guys, it's not fun, but I think the Patriots beat the Texans.
Well, I got Browns, Chargers, and I think Phillip finally gets a shot.
Yours is way more fun than mine.
That is fun.
You guys should join me over here in the fun zone. You guys are
mine's way
being
more,
super
no,
serial.
I'm trying to get things
have
right.
fun.
I'm trying to get things right.
I'll say
But you guys are right. This is the no fun
mine
league.
is way more NFL. Mine is way more NFL than Gonzo's. Gonzo's is like fun and like new teams. Mine is Tom Brady beats another young quarterback.
No, Tom malfunctioned. Somebody spills coffee on him in practice, and his arm's not working quite right because it's
Starts shooting and sparking.
Yep.
I got the Patriots versus the Chargers in the AFC Championship game.
I don't even.
Phillip Rivers, Tom Brady, AFC
man.
Championship. That's what I'm talking about.
I wish they were still in San Diego. San Diego deserves it.
I know. I don't know why they moved. People are now.
People don't go to the games.
People don't care about the Chargers in LA.
No, they don't even care about the Rams really, but they were good, so people went.
And they care if you had to take both of them. People probably care about the Rams more than the Chargers.
Why do you move to a place you don't even have a stadium?
I think LA doesn't even realize that the Chargers are
They
the LA
probably
Chargers.
don't. They play in the LA Galaxy Stadium. They're secondhand citizens in their own city.
What a joke of an NFL team.
Why would I just don't get why they
Money.
do it.
I mean, obviously.
Because Dean Spanos is greedy. Yeah, there you go. Like the Spanos family wanted money, and San Diego's like, no, we're not going to build you a new stadium, and they're like, peace out. Like, we'll go hold some other city hostage.
LA's not gonna. No, they're not gonna. They already kind of did.
Yeah, they're going to
Exactly. I was like, hold on.
Whoops.
LA's building the new stadium right now.
Man, there's so many stadiums getting built. None of them are going to happen.
I just hate that the Chargers are in LA. People in LA don't even know the Chargers are in LA.
I hate that Oakland is in fucking
Gonna be in
Vegas.
Yeah, I hate that too. But
That's never going to happen, though. They keep pushing it back a year.
It's true. I like it.
It's very
It's
unprofessional.
comforting, though, for me. I enjoy it. My biggest issue, I've stated this before, is that I don't like having the Chargers be in LA because I don't like having a football team with the abbreviation LAC because that is the Los Angeles Clippers.
You're damn right. And every time I see them in the standings, I'm like, Clippers are doing pretty well.
Whenever I see LAC, I'm confused. Like, for a second, still, my brain's just like, ooh.
Yep.
Like, I think Clippers. It's the first. It'll always be the first. Chargers, figure something else out. I don't know. Like, get a new abbreviation is all I'm saying. That's my hot take. Chargers, get a new abbreviation, you poor bastards. Figure one out your own.
Well, are they the LA Chargers or are they the
CHG.
Los Angeles Chargers?
No, they're the Los Angeles Chargers, I believe.
Okay. And then the LA Rams.
It's the LA Rams, yeah.
Okay.
Correct. But yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
They should go with
Stupid.
CRG.
Church. No, you out. No, that's. I don't know. It's dumb as fuck.
Who cares?
It's dumb. I don't like it. Give me one more hot take. Give me some spicy meatball before we get out of here.
Is Marshawn Lynch playing this year?
No, he's retired.
Marshawn Lynch's gonna come back.
Okay.
All right, that's my hot take. Not for the Raiders though.
Marshawn Lynch comes out of retirement?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's playing for the Chargers.
Shit, I just got to come up with a hot take out of the blue.
Yeah.
Let's say Andrew Luck comes back.
To who?
The Colts.
Wow,
Okay.
that is a hot
Week
take.
13.
Jesus Christ, that is scalding
Does
hot.
it matter at that point?
Yeah,
Yes, that's why he's coming back.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I get it. All right.
He's just sick of fantasy people talking about him, so he's just like, I'm gonna come back at the end of the season. They can't own me.
Y'all can't own me. I don't think Andrew Luck talks like that.
I'm Andrew Luck, bitch.
I think
Y'all
he does.
own me.
I think he does.
Maybe. I've heard him talking about Settlers of Catan. He did not talk like that at all.
Well,
So,
I mean, you can't talk like that when you're talking about Settlers of Catan.
I'm just really upset that my Andrew Luck impression's not going to have a lot of use. So I'm going to try to sneak one more in before I have to shelve it for a while. So, all right, guys, that's
He'll be an announcer soon.
my hot take. I really respect him. He's an up and coming kid. I think Sam Darnold's going to throw 30 touchdown passes this next season.
Wow.
I think Sammy D takes the jump from that crop. I think he has the biggest jump from year 1 to year 2 of last year's rookie quarterbacks. That's it. We're out of time.
Windows says out of time.
What alarm was that?
What's that? That's okay.
We got alarms.
Well, I mean, I already made the hot take of 100 touchdowns.
Hey, the hot take was the White Sox lost to the Indians 11-3.
Oh man,
Did the computer make a noise for that?
Yeah.
Like, hey, the White Sox lost.
Wanted to let you know. White Sox.
I just formatted this computer. I haven't even. How does it know I'm a White Sox fan?
It knows.
you heard us talking about the White Sox.
Oh,
It's always listening.
Yeah, come on, dude.
yeah.
Get with it. So, next week, we're going to do an NFC breakdown. Hopefully, we can grab a person or two even to join us for that one. Mm-hmm. Also, I'd like to talk a little FIBA World Cup next week, perhaps. Yeah.
I would like to. I mean, I think we did a good job this week.
Yeah.
Going over the AFC. I think we can do an even better job with the NFC. That's where I kind of live and breathe.
Okay.
But yeah, I think the FIBA's been interesting. I mean, I think the Barilla sponsorship for Italy has been fantastic. I think that's
I
really
agree.
underrated.
On point.
yeah.
On point.
Yeah, I don't. I think next week will be a lot of fun. We'll have a week of NFL under our belts to see, how dumb we are.
That we will. Looking forward to a slate of games this upcoming weekend, and kind of seeing what our week 1 overreactions are as we go through the NFC next week as well. Should be interesting. So for everybody here, I'm AJ First now.
I'm at It's Your Boy Gonzo.
At G Baby LaFleur.
Also, just like to shout out the camera that's recording us tonight. Major shouts out to them. Shouts out to all the mics, everything that's recording us.
Oh yeah! Shout out!
but no.
Shout out! Hey!
We're trying something. We're trying
RSP.
something new with the video. So let us know what you
thank
think
you.
of Frozen in Time Me.
Thank you for listening or watching, if that was the case.
Yeah, if you were watching.
Yeah, any feedback would be appreciated as always.
You can
Yes.
find us on Twitter at Jabroni_sports,
Yes.
and you can email us at jabronisports@gmail.com.
And you can find us in the streets.
And you can like, subscribe, comments, on our newest video where you get to see
Yeah,
us.
you'll actually get to see us on Twitter.
So send us that
So-
comment. Hey,
dude. Also, you can text Johnny at his cell phone number. Oh, we're not giving that one out yet?
That's
No,
next
no, no.
week. That's next week.
We should get a text line.
That's
Just one of our phones?
No, we'll just set up like a Google number and it'll go to the computer.
okay. I mean, we could do
Yeah,
that.
we'll get a text line. So we'll have you guys a spot where you're.
We have a-
if you're on the road and you're busy, you just want to shoot us a quick text. We'll get you that number next week.
We have live chat going, so
Yeah,
I know,
I
but
mean,
this
what
is
if you wanted
easier.
to text in? You didn't want it to be
What if you
public?
just got a flip phone
You don't
and
want
you don't have a
everyone's-
way to get the
That's a
internet?
good point.
You don't
Yeah.
want everyone to
Good
see it on Twitch too. It's embarrassing seeing those comments out there.
Yeah.
it's
People
true.
can see you in the.
So
like,
we'll
yeah.
get you a cell phone number you can text, and we'll text back.
Hey, we'll for sure do that. Absolutely. Also,
Didn't I say at GBabyLaFleur?
there you go.
You said
All right.
it.
So, like I said, next week, NFC preview, FIBA World Cup. That's it, boys.
Peace
All
out.
right.
We did it.
Hey, this is a good picture.
Our friend.
Am I getting it?
Yeah, hold on. Where am I? In his.
Oh, how cute.
Yes.
All right, we're getting the fuck out of here.
Later.
How do I stop this one?